everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Class, the channel where you can improve your English while learning valuable life lessons. I'm Emily.
And I'm Leo. We're happy to have you here with us today.
In every episode, we have simple and natural English conversations to help you practice listening and speaking.
And today's topic is all about reinventing yourself and becoming the best version of who you are.
So if you're ready to build more confidence, develop better habits, and create positive changes in your life, you're in the right place.
Grab a cup of coffee, relax, and join us for this conversation.
Let's get started.
Emily, let me ask you something. Do you think most people are truly becoming the person they want to be?
That's an interesting question, Leo. Honestly, I think many people want to change their lives, but they don't always change themselves first.
That's a great question, Emily. Most people dream about having a better life, but they often forget that real change starts with changing themselves first.
I completely agree. It's easy to wish for success and confidence, but it's much harder to build the habits that actually create those results.
The truth is, many people stay stuck because they keep doing the same things every day while expecting different outcomes.
Exactly. If your thoughts, habits, and actions stay the same, your life will usually stay the same too.
That's why reinventing yourself is so important. It's not about becoming a different person, but about growing into your best self.
And the best part is that you don't need to wait for a special day. You can decide to start improving your life right now.
So where do you think someone should begin if they truly want to reinvent themselves?
I think the first step is taking better care of yourself, because how you treat yourself affects every area of your life.
That's a great point. When you take care of your body and health, you naturally feel more energetic and confident.
Even simple habits like walking, exercising, and eating healthier foods can create a huge difference over time.
Many people underestimate those small actions, but they often become the foundation for bigger changes later.
And let's not forget that self-care is not about looking perfect. It's about showing yourself respect and appreciation.
Exactly. When you make your well-being a priority, you're sending yourself the message that you truly matter.
The goal isn't to become perfect overnight. The goal is to become a little better than you were yesterday.
That's the mindset that creates lasting growth because small improvements add up in powerful ways over time.
Before you know it, those daily habits begin changing not only how you look, but also how you think and feel.
And that's when real transformation begins because confidence grows when you see yourself making consistent progress.
So if anyone is listening and wondering where to start with yourself and take that first small step today.
Absolutely. One small positive action today can be the beginning of a completely different future tomorrow.
One of the most important things we need to understand about successful people is that they never stop learning, no matter how far they go in life or how successful they become in their careers or personal journeys.
Yes, Emily, that's absolutely true, because real success is not just about reaching a goal once, but about constantly improving yourself, staying curious, and continuing to grow as a person every single day.
They clearly understand that learning is not something you do for a short period of time and then stop, but instead it is a lifelong process that continues throughout your entire journey, no matter what stage of life you are in.
Exactly, and that is why they don't wait for perfect situations or free time. They simply make learning a natural part of their daily routine, even if it is just a few minutes of reading or reflection each day.
The truth is that you don't need to overwhelm yourself by trying to learn everything at once, because even starting with something small, like 5 or 10 minutes of reading daily, can slowly but powerfully change your thinking over time.
What really matters is consistency, because when you repeat small positive actions every single day without giving up, those small efforts slowly turn into powerful results that you can clearly see in your life later on.
Many people don't realize this, but the way you spend your time every day shapes your entire future. And if most of your time is spent on entertainment without learning anything useful, then your growth naturally becomes limited.
That's a very important point, because if you compare two people, one who spends even a little time learning every day and another who doesn't focus on growth at all, the difference between them becomes huge after just 1 year.
At the beginning, both people may look the same and live similar lives. But as time passes, the one who keeps learning starts developing better knowledge, stronger thinking, and more confidence in handling life situations.
Meanwhile, the other person often remains stuck in the same mindset, facing the same problems repeatedly, simply because they never made learning and self-improvement a priority in their life.
This is exactly how growth works in real life, because it doesn't happen suddenly overnight, but instead it builds slowly over time through small actions that may seem unimportant in the beginning.
And just like money grows through compound interest, your knowledge and mindset also grow through consistent learning, where every new idea you learn adds value to the way you think and make decisions.
That is why reading books, listening to useful content, and staying open to new ideas is one of the most powerful habits you can build if you truly want to reinvent yourself.
But growth is not only about books or formal learning, it is also about staying curious in everyday life, asking questions, observing others, and being willing to change your opinions when you learn something better.
Unfortunately, many people stop growing at some point because they believe they already know enough. But in reality, the moment you stop learning is actually the moment your personal growth begins to slow down.
The most successful people in the world always behave like students, because they never assume they have all the answers, and they continuously look for ways to improve their skills, mindset, and understanding of life.
Another very important part of self-growth is being careful about the kind of information you consume every day, because everything you watch, hear, and read directly affects your thoughts and emotions.
If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, fear, gossip, or complaints, then slowly your thinking also becomes negative, and that is why protecting your mental space is just as important as physical health.
On the other hand, if you intentionally choose positive, inspiring, and educational content, your mindset gradually becomes stronger, calmer, and more focused on growth and possibilities instead of limitations.
That's why it is so important to ask yourself simple questions every day, like, what did I learn today? What new idea improved my thinking? And how did I grow as a person today?
Because when you regularly reflect on your learning and progress, your mind automatically starts shifting towards improvement instead of distraction, which helps you stay consistent in your growth journey.
And always remember that your thoughts create your actions create your habits, and your habits ultimately create the entire direction of your future life.
So if you start improving your thinking today, even in a small way, you are actually shaping a completely different and better version of your future self.
That is why learning should never be treated as a temporary activity, but instead as a daily habit that stays with you for life and continuously shapes who you become.
Now let's move forward to another very important lesson in this journey of self-improvement, which is learning how to stop overthinking and truly trust the process of life.
One of the biggest reasons people fail to grow or take action is not because they lack ability or intelligence, but because they spend too much time overthinking every single possibility instead of actually starting. The reality is that you will never have complete clarity before you start something new in life, and waiting for perfect confidence or perfect timing often leads to missing valuable opportunities.
It is just like standing at the bottom of a staircase in complete darkness, where you can only see the first step, but you still need to trust that the next steps will appear as you move forward.
Successful people understand this very clearly, so instead of waiting for full certainty, they take action with whatever they have at that moment and learn along the way as they progress.
And once they take that first step, things slowly start becoming clearer. Because progress is not something you see before action. It is something that reveals itself only after you begin.
That is why overthinking can be so dangerous, because it creates an illusion that you are being productive while in reality you are just delaying action and staying stuck in the same place.
Many people spend hours worrying about problems that may never even happen, and in doing so, they lose their energy, focus, and peace of mind over situations that are often not real.
In fact, most of the things people worry about in life never actually happen, but the emotional stress they feel in their mind is still very real and draining.
That is why trusting the process is so important, because real growth takes time and cannot be rushed, just like a seed needs time before it grows into a strong tree.
You don't keep digging the seed out every day to check progress. Instead, you trust that something important is happening beneath the surface even when you cannot see it yet.
Your personal development works in exactly the same way, because every small effort you make is slowly building your future, even if the results are not immediately visible.
So instead of waiting for perfect conditions or perfect motivation, you should focus on taking consistent action and allowing your journey to unfold step by step.
Because in the end, success belongs to those who move forward despite uncertainty, not those who keep thinking but never begin.
Life is full of challenges, setbacks, small wins, and lessons that slowly shape us into stronger and wiser people over time.
That's right, Leo. Every experience, whether good or bad, plays an important role in helping us grow and understand life better.
So every morning, it's important to remind yourself that you don't need all the answers today, you just need to take the next step forward.
And when you keep telling yourself to stop overthinking, trust the process, and focus on progress, your mind slowly becomes more peaceful and clear.
The goal is not to control everything in life, but to keep moving forward with patience even when the path is not fully visible.
You don't need to know the whole journey at once. You just need enough courage to take the next step and trust what comes next.
Life rewards action and patience, so the people who stay consistent are the ones who eventually achieve what once felt impossible.
That's why stopping overthinking and starting action is so important for real growth and transformation.
Because your future is built through consistent action, not endless thinking or waiting for the perfect moment.
Another important lesson is learning to trust your intuition and listen carefully before speaking or reacting.
Many people ignore their inner voice and listen to everyone else, which often leads them away from the right decisions.
Your intuition is that quiet inner feeling that guides you, shaped by your experiences and understanding of life.
Most people have felt it before, but they ignore it and later realize they should have trusted that feeling.
That's why rebuilding self-trust is so important if you want to make better decisions in life.
In a noisy world full of opinions and distractions, you need silence to clearly hear your own thoughts.
Along with that, learning to listen first and speak later can completely improve your communication and relationships.
In a noisy world full of opinions and distractions, you need silence to clearly hear your own thoughts.
People feel valued when they are genuinely heard, and that builds stronger connections.
Now, another key habit is gratitude. because it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have.
And when you practice gratitude daily, you start noticing blessings, opportunities, and small joys in your life.
Finally, calmness and self-control are essential because life will always bring problems and unexpected situations.
When you stay calm instead of reacting emotionally, you make better decisions and protect your peace.
Last is forgiveness and self-worth, because you cannot move forward while carrying the weight of your past mistakes.
When you forgive yourself and value yourself, you start treating your life with more respect and confidence.
And that is real transformation, becoming the best version of yourself, not someone else, just a stronger you.
True change is not about becoming